2 seconds, who cares? I mean, Moder's hot, and he's got a good argument. Because they would get that basketball and have a chance to get a field goal. And a half is over. They're not going to give him the time. And the
Bernie
Spurs.
Bickerstaff, his assistant, also arguing, but to no avail. Our first half has come to a close here. Kind of an emotional moment. 53-49. Stay with us at halftime. Hot Rod with Fred Brown. And an inside look at game coming up after this one with Phoenix and Seattle.
Best in best.
4 important words to look for on a can of Uniflow motor oil are conserves gasoline, saves money. And if you look behind this word, you'll meet some of the Exxon people who made it possible. We started work on a gas-saving motor oil back in 1973. After years of research and 2 million miles of testing, this is it. We wanted an oil that would reduce friction in the engine so it would use less gasoline. We developed about 60 different formulations and narrowed them down to 3. Here in the test car lab, we put those 3 through rigid fuel economy tests. Then we road tested the best one in a fleet of 19 cars like yours. After break-in, the new formulation gave an average of 16 extra miles per tank full. That's like saving about 3 cents a gallon on gasoline. Uniflow motor oil from Exxon Research. It can save money for you and energy for all of us.
You work the docks. The ships are too big, the loads are too heavy, and the days are too long. But every day you do it, and another ship with a full belly heads out for sea, and you head in for Miller time. Time to relax with the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller beer.
Tommy here is a big responsibility, so I take him to Mr. Goodwrench, too.
Mr. Goodwrench stands for your GM dealer's commitment to improving customer care at over 6,000 participating dealerships. And now General Motors dealers are offering both infant and child love seats.
Love seats were developed by GM safety engineers. They're strong and comfortable. Right, honey?
My seat's for big girls.
Keep that great GM feeling
with Mr. Goodwrench.
And genuine GM parts.
His name is Downtown Freddie Brown. They call him that because he shoots from so far, he's like being downtown. He played in the Seattle Kingdom, where this year he helped the Sonics lead the league in attendance. But he lives with his wife and 2 children away from downtown in the peaceful area of Mercer Island.
All right, Freddie, you're going good, big guy, living out here.
Well, I like it, Rod. I like being out here. It's peaceful, it's quiet, and it's really green, and we just enjoy it as a family, being out here in the woods with a lot of seclusion and a lot of peace and quiet, and the kids can get out and run and not have to worry about being ran over by cars, and they have plenty of friends around here, and we just enjoy it.
Awfully modern, beautifully done.
Yes, I owe it all to my wife. She did it. She did most of it, but we put our heads together along with our architect, and it came out pretty nice. We really enjoy the house.
I understand you're going to sell it, and you're in the process of building another one not far from here.
That's true. My wife she's in real estate, and she's gotten so into it that she's talked me. She's persuaded me into selling this one and building another one, because we are expecting a little girl in June, early July, and we need a little more room because I have 2 little boys, Fred Jr. and Tarek, who will be 2 in June, and we just enjoy it, working with it.
You've been with the Sonics now in your 8th year.
8 years.
You were a starter for 6 years, had a knee injury, and the team went on the road and won 4 out of 5. Coming back, you lost your starting job, but it's worked well for you and the Seattle Supersonics.
Well, I don't look at it like I lost my starting job. It's it just happened that the chemistry just came together when Lenny took over, and he did a phenomenal job with us that first year when he took over. And I did have a knee injury, and the team was on the road. They came back. They had won 4 out of 5. Lenny and I sat down and talked, and we just felt that it would work both ways, with me coming off the bench, adding some scoring power for the team, plus a lot of leadership, and keep the thing rolling.
I guess that the Seattle Supersonics have that team concept probably better than any team in the league, and we've got 22 in the NBA.
Well, we like to think so. We stress it practically every day. We have a lot of fun with one another, and The old veterans sort of get all the ribbing on the team as usual, and we enjoy it tremendously as working as a unit out there on the court. Once we get out there, we do our job, we do it well, and we have a lot of fun, and we're very successful in doing it that way.
When you played last year in the championship finals against the Washington Bullets, you had a 39,000 crowd, and I guess when you hit one from downtown and they start getting behind you, it's something.
It is something. They love it. They love all of us. I guess because I've been here the longest, they can relate to me a lot more, and they've seen my shots numerous times. And
where'd that nickname come from?
It came from a lot of people. Some little kids started it actually, and then Sports Illustrated got a hold of it. But Brent Musburger, I will write credit to Brent Musburger. He put it out there, and every place I go now, Hawaii, Europe, all around the States, first thing they want to know is downtown, not Freddie Brown, just downtown.
I'm going to find out where Brent played. Perhaps he shot him from down there. Where is downtown, and what range is that, shooting a basketball?
Well, from where we're standing, downtown is to our right about, I'd say probably a 15-minute ride. And to make a basket down there would be very difficult.
On the court, how far away are you? 20, 30-footer? Is that a downtown shot?
I'd like to think 20. Anywhere beyond that, it's imagination.
Pro basketball has really been great here in the Northwest. The fever of this city is unbelievable, and your attendance has been outstanding. You average more people than most of the teams in the NBA can even put in their buildings.
It's amazing, it really is. Considering the fact that there's a lot of the major sports in the city now, the people are so receptive to us. I think they like the chemistry, the personnel on the team. There is no animosity among us, and we just have a wonderful time. We work. We're so exciting to them that they are receptive to us, and they come out to watch us in droves, and we appreciate it very much.
If you were to bring a world championship to Seattle, how would this city respond?
Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. We lost in the finals last year in the 7th game. The next day we had a parade downtown, and there was more, it was some, I don't know, maybe 100, 200,000 people. Everybody quit work and they came out and they saw us. We had a little rally, and they were so appreciative that I think it brought tears to everyone's eyes.
Pro basketball is a traveling man's game. You're on the road a lot. Notice when you drove up to your house today, Freddie, little Freddie come running right up to you and said, "Daddy's home."
Yeah, that's true. Fred usually comes out first, and Terry follows him, running a lot slower, and we just have a great time. They are glad to see me when I do get home, so we can spend some time together.
Let's bring him on in here. Freddie, won't you come on over?
Come on, Fred.
A little,
Tarek.
Tarek?
Come on,
your
Tarek.
lovely wife, Linda.
Oh, come on, Linda.
The little guy.
Ah, say hi. Say hi.
How you doing? He's going to be a basketball player, right? Linda, when's the baby due?
1st of July.
And I know with 2 boys, do they want a sister or another brother boy?
Well, they would like a sister. I like being the only lady in the house, so I'm partial to boys by now.
Now, I noticed that most fathers always try to provide their kids with the best entertainment they can, recreation-wise. And I looked at that basketball hoop you got on the front of your house. You can certainly afford one bigger than that. That looks like it came from the Dark Ages.
That's what I practice my downtown shot with. I usually more for the kids, you know. Tarek, I like to put him up and let him shoot, and Fred, he tries to shoot with a little tennis ball or either his other ball if he can find it, you know, and we enjoy just getting out there when the sun is out playing with it.
Freddie, I want to thank you and Linda for inviting me out to your house. It's beautiful, and Linda, good luck with the baby, and Freddie, good luck in getting you a world championship here in Seattle.
Thank you very much.
The NBA on CBS will continue after this word from your local station.
And I don't have no problem.
On the White Shadow.
Jackson's an alcoholic.
And he's a goner, unless the team can make him face the truth. Monday.
I don't need your help.
This is CBS.
person or on TV, you are watching 10 of the best basketball players in the whole world. And that's something.
Now for a report on the second half of today's NBA doubleheader, we go to Phoenix and Brent Musburger.
Thank you, Don. Inside, the Phoenix Suns now are coming to work. They are very determined to get into the win column in this series against Seattle. With me, one of the stars, Paul Westphal. Paul, this has turned into a tremendously emotional series between these two teams. A lot of contact.
Well, it's very rough out there. It's rough every time you play Seattle, but we're glad that we have our fans yelling for us this game, and we think it could make a difference.
Paul, what do you have to do differently to beat the Sonics?
Well, I think we have to make our free throws. Our last game, we shot just terribly from the free throw line, and we got out-rebounded by a large margin. If we can do those two things like we're capable, we should be okay.
Is the team confident today, or can you tell from the mood yet?
I think we're confident. I think we feel we can still win the series.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. Good luck. Let's go now to the Seattle locker room. Rick Barry with Lonnie Shelton.
Thank you very much, Brent. Lonnie, you've really been playing exceptional in this series. You fellas have a commanding 2-0 lead over the Suns, and I think a lot of the credit has to be on your shoulders. You've played super. How do you feel?
Well, I feel real good physically and mentally. Just there's no problem getting up for playoff games. You know, the games are so important, and the adrenaline is just flowing naturally.
Well, it's been really like a gladiatorial contest out there. There's been quite a bit of contact. You've had your hands full with Truck Robinson and Gar Hurd. What can we look for in today's ball game?
Well, they've been saying the reason they've been losing is because of the rebound advantage that we have. So today I think they're really going to come out and be a lot more physical and try to get even rebounding-wise.
Well, I wish you the best of luck and continued success. You played super. Thank you very much. That's a story here in Phoenix from the Sonic locker room.
Alcoa can't wait. It's simple. A lighter car will use less gasoline. That's why designers and stylists in Detroit are using and considering more aluminum than ever before for hoods, doors, wheels, and over 24 other applications. Detroit is as interested in saving energy as you are. And strong, lightweight aluminum is part of the picture.
We can't wait for tomorrow. Alcoa can't wait.
Chevy's nationwide celebration is coming from May 11th to Memorial Day, so get ready, America! Because you're invited to join Chevy dealers in celebrating the arrival of the first Chevy of the 80s, Chevy Citation. And see the other great Chevy cars and trucks that have made Chevrolet #1. Come on, America, get ready for Chevy's nationwide celebration, starting this Friday, May 11th at your Chevy dealers.
Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration.
Because we fly a whole new world of travelers, we know the world expects good service from an airline and at a great price. So we have our full service economy class, offering every Pan Am passenger complete service no matter how inexpensive their ticket. For a lot of people, economy is the best idea an airline can have.
We fly the world the way the world wants to fly.
Life can be frustrating. Even our best intentions occasionally foul up. And mistakes can be costly. But don't be upset. Be prepared. Buy United States savings bonds through the payroll savings plan. They'll help you save, and that can make life's little frustrations a lot easier to take. Take stock in America. Buy bonds.
The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Basketball Association. The NBA on CBS is sponsored by the Champion Spark Plug Company, the Spark Plug Specialist. Light beer, everything you always wanted in a beer and less. Right Guard Lime Deodorant Stick for all-day protection with a fresh lime twist. And by the Uniroyal Tire Company, makers of the Steelers steel-belted radial tire.
Welcome back to the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland. A 4-point lead at halftime for the San Antonio Spurs. Let's take a look at the stats in the first half. Hot Rod.
For San Antonio, they hit 49% from the field, 88 from the free throw line. The Bullets were 42% from the field, only 50% at the line. And on rebounding, defensive rebounds, 14 for San Antonio, 13 for the Bullets. And on the offensive end, look at the difference. The Bullets 13-5 margin. They give Wes Unseld credit. Off the offensive board, he has pulled down 7 and 13 total in the game.
I think another interesting stat is the fact that the Bullets had 11 more shots in the first half of play, and Gervin's leading the way as expected for San Antonio.
Keenan and Salas each with 10. Gervin has 15. Green, Overding, Pultz, and Gale follow with 6, 4, 4, and 2 respectively.
And Washington, on the other hand, what a first half they've had from Wes Unseld. 13 rebounds, but he also led them in scoring in the first half.
Unseld with 12 points. He got 10 points on the offensive rebound, grabbing 5 times and going back up to score. Dandridge had 8. Hayes, Greavy, Henderson, and Chenier scored 6 apiece. Kupchak with 4. CJ Charlie Johnson with 1.
At the conclusion of today's game, and each of our NBA telecasts during the season will be selecting the Chevrolet Most Valuable Player of the Game. In conjunction with this award, Chevrolet will present a check for $1,000 to the General Scholarship Fund of the Players College or University. Any student may be eligible to benefit from these scholarship funds, and today's winner will be announced at the end of the telecast. Hot Rod, you and I'll be voting for the MVP, and should we disagree, our producer William Barnes will cast the deciding vote. And there's a guy that's got to be a candidate for that MVP right now, the way he's playing, Wes Unseld. Ready to go now, second half. 4-point lead for San Antonio. Trying to make it 2 in a row. The Big E starts it out.
That's a super move. He turned to his right. Mike Green is playing him defensively, and Elvin went up and over him. In the first half, Elvin Hayes was very quiet. Played 20 minutes and had only 3 field goals and 10 tries.
He has 8 points now for the afternoon. 2-point lead. Paul Silas, I should say James Silas, and a rebound foul inside. And Green and Gervin are really upset. It's a loose ball foul, and it's going to go against Gervin, and that's his third. So both Oberding, Gervin have 3 fouls, as well as their third guard, Mike Gale. So now a chance to tie this game up, the Washington Bullets. Henderson, the Big E, he wants it, doesn't he?
Wow, what a shot. That's a fall-away 20-foot one-hander, and he knocked it right through.
Boy, nobody can shoot that turnaround jumper any better than him. 53 all. It's a new game now as Silas gives it off to Green. Unseld picking him up. Here's Gervin, who had 15 points in the first half. He's in trouble, gets it off to Dietrich. Who's it off of? It'll be off of Washington. San Antonio will come up, but you can see how they congested the inside that time.
Good team defense there. Hayes made a good switch on the play to keep Gervin away.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Kobe Dietrich. Rebound, Keenan. Keenan gets hammered a little bit, and he's fouled by Dandridge. The basket will count.
Super move by Keenan. He had almost lost control when Dandridge whacked him on the arm, but he regained control and softly put the shot up and got the San Antonio bounce. Boy, he has played well.
12 points for Keenan. Larry Keenan this year averaged over 22 a game. He was 15th in the NBA in scoring. He and Gervin were the highest scoring tandem of anybody in the NBA.
Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside.
Not bad. Number 1 and number 15 in the scoring. Here's Greavy, who seemed to find his shot in the waning stages of that first half. Backdoor Henderson, broken up by Gervin. Greavy to follow, and coming away with the Silas, but what a pass that time to the baseline.
What an intimidation move there defensively by Mike Green on that second shot.
Here's Keenan, that soft shot of his, and Larry Keenan has him moving. He has 15 points. It's 58-53.
In the first half, with his 10 points, he had only 2 rebounds. Friday night, he had 21 rebounds, but he's still playing an all-around good ball game.
He picks up Dandridge. Dandridge trying to go one-on-one. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Up to Kevin Greavy, who hit 2 in a row, and he's now back, it looks like.
Wide open. They had pulled the defense to one side, not left him free.
They're going to see if he can keep hitting out there, and then they'll have to play him more honestly as far as the defense is concerned. Dietrich off to Green. Tough shot. Can't get it. Rebound, Kobe Dietrich, and he did.
He had the inside track that time on Elvin Hayes and just battled away with the Big E and finally got the ball and put it back up.
Well, you don't win that battle very often, do you?
Not at all.
60-55, 5-point lead for the Spurs. The Big E, who's had 2 here in the second half, blocked by Dietrich. Dietrich got up and just rejected that one.
They're playing real good team defense. We'll watch it again. Here's the move by the E, and Dietrich coming over the back of his teammate to knock the shot down as he helped Green on the play.
We're going to have a timeout call now as we have 9:42 to go in this third period. Game number 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Spurs with a 1-game lead and now with a 5-point lead.
The Miller people promised me a case of light beer if I could keep this ball spinning for the length of this commercial. Now, I'm not one to show off, but I do just about anything for a few light beers. You see, light's got a third less calories than the regular beer and it's less filling, so I can stay loose. But the thing I like best is the taste. And I believe at this time that somebody here owes me a case of that taste. Thanks a lot, boys. See you around.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Hi, Charlie.
If your engine isn't starting on cue, put in a fresh set of Champion spark plugs at least once a year. Champion and your engine can make beautiful music together. You can't buy a better plug.
Pour on the training, and what do you get? A gold medal.
Got to give it all you got to pour it on.
Pour on the Wheaties, and what do you get? Plenty. Nutritious, good-tasting whole wheat with all the natural brand fiber left in each crunchy golden flake. And 8 important vitamins and iron, too. So make yours a nutritious Wheaties breakfast, then pour it on.
Wheaties is the breakfast of champions.
Next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, the pros George McGinnis and Doug Collins, the old pros Kevin Lockery and Gus Johnson, and the would-be pros Kevin Dobson and Ben Vereen all go 3-on-3 shooting for a championship. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
With Hot Rod Hundley, I'm Gary Bender, and I think Hot Rod, one of the surprises is San Antonio is kind of hanging in there physically with this Washington team.
And look at this defense on Elvin Hayes. There's another great play. They tripled him up.
Keenan off to Gervin. Gervin had a man open. He's in trouble. He's bounced out of there, and he's fouled. Gervin got rocketed out of there.
They have really stayed with this club physically. Here's Gervin going down, bumps into Henderson. No charge called there. Greavy comes up. Now Gervin will flop out of there and try and draw the foul, and he's successful.
And that is 4 fouls now on Greavy. Kevin Greavy in a little foul difficulty. In this game, Washington with 11 turnovers, San Antonio with 10. The Iceman. Boy, he used that glass effectively.
Dandridge was on him on that play, and he easily got that one over him off the glass.
17 points for the NBA's leading scorer. Here's Greavy. Greavy, you can see he wants to shoot now. He's got a little confidence. Henderson, very tough shot, but guess who got the rebound again?
That's 6 field goals for Unseld on the offensive boards. Always in good position.
6 follow-up baskets by the big guy. And here is Keenan. Rebound by Elvin Hayes. Out to Henderson, 62-57. Greavy, and you can tell he has got it all back now.
He wants that ball. When he starts looking at that hoop, you know he's got his confidence.
Boy, and he could be a big, big difference in the rest of this series. Greavy is 5 of 9, but I think he's hit, what, his last 4? Here's Dietrich, off to Keenan. Unseld on the switch, outside to Silas. Silas to Kobe Dietrich. He hurried the shot. There's Green. He kept it in play. Green kept it in play, and then Keenan and Hayes went up.
And it was Keenan who gets the field goal. Super effort by Mike Green. Give him the credit on this one. Here's the miss by Dietrich. There's Green on the fly. He tipped it, and then Keenan went up and put it in the basket.
That's just great effort, Hydrod.
They have surprised everyone the way they've physically stayed with Washington.
Alvin Hayes is fouled as he makes the move on the baseline. Mike Green coming away with a foul. A little discussion going on underneath that basket.
They're hanging in there.
That is against the Spurs, their second team foul. Washington with 2. Wait a minute. John Vanek says, let's give him a little room to operate. Unseld will inbounds it again. And it's broken up by Mike Green, but Alvin Hayes comes away. Here comes Kobe Dietrich. Silence. Dietrich trying to follow. Alvin Hayes stays with him. Here's Keenan again, double teamed. Rebound, Unseld, and it is not for the faint of heart here this afternoon. Greavy with a hot hand. He goes again. He's fouled by Dietrich.
I mean, he's running down that floor with his arm cocked. Greavy, he wants that basketball. Made a good move that time, leaning in to draw the foul.
Boy, I tell you that Elvin Hayes has the longest arms. That last play down there, he just kind of draped himself over the basket. Came away with it. And eventually, Washington with a basketball. Here's Greavy at the line.
I'll tell you, I've been surprised by the way that San Antonio has battled off these boards. They have not backed off, and that's how they won that game Friday, and they're staying right with them again.
They were down by 7 rebounds at halftime. Now, last time, Friday, they were down by a big margin at half, and then they closed the gap in the 3rd and 4th period, and eventually were out-rebounded only by about 10, which is not indicative of Washington at all. I guess you got to give credit again to the Spurs, as Greavy now continues to pile them in. He has 12 points. 64-61. That's more points than the combined starters at guard Friday night for Washington. Here's Gervin. Tom Henderson on him. He's in traffic. Keenan, Green, Unseld, and Rock to the ball.
They got him. Mike doesn't like the call. That's a good one. He took a little step there with the ball before he made his pass at the free throw line.
11th turnover against San Antonio. And now a chance to cut this to 1. Dandridge trying to run a play inside. Keenan staying on him. He gets out for the ball, and he has 2. You could see that one coming, couldn't you?
Bobby's a great shooter from the corners. He gets a lot of baskets on that baseline.
64-63, and it's getting very, very noisy here again. Silas, Greavy backing off. They're trying to double team the Iceman. Henderson reaching in on him.
Got a foul.
Yep. Boy, they are really putting the pressure on Gervin, aren't they?
They're going to have to. They're doubling up on him. We'll watch again. It's a good call here. Henderson unhappy with it. Here's the pass, and there's Henderson making contact, trying to steal the ball, coming over the left shoulder of Gervin.
Now, both starting guards for Washington have 4 fouls each. Keenan, Unseld with yet another board. Out it comes to Dandridge. Boy, Dandridge just toughened this situation to Gervin.
What a play.
Is in for 2.
That's super timing by Bobby Dandridge on the pass. We'll look at it again. Here's a pass, brought the defense to him, and Greavy's there for the layup.
Kevin Greavy has come alive. He has, in this game now, 14 points. Rebound Hayes out to Henderson. And Washington now with a 1-point lead, trying to build it to more. They've got another 2 points. Beautiful pass by Henderson, and Doug Moe wants a timeout. The game getting away from his Spurs.
Big old Wes Unseld gets down on the fast break on this play. Perfect feed from Henderson, and there's West for the layup. And the Spurs are taking a timeout. The Bullets have come from behind and now have the lead with 6:23 left. 3rd quarter, Washington 67, San Antonio 64.
They say I'm rough, they say I'm mean, but that's the toughest Steeler I've ever seen.
There's only one Steeler I trust with my girl, and it's none of you guys.
Uniroyal presents the Steeler Radial. It's built tough with 2 steel belts, and it's tough to beat when you look at its price, from about $45.
Now I've got 4 tough Steelers that escort me everywhere.
The Uniroyal Steeler. You want a tough tire at a price that's fair? You want Uniroyal there.
Come on, baby. Try the right guard line twist. Come on, baby. Try the right guard line twist. Brand new right guard. Lime deodorant stick.
New Right Guard Lime Stick. The same all-day protection as regular Right Guard with a fresh lime twist.
Try the right guard line twist.
New from Right Guard.
Lime deodorant stick.
Sorry, kid. Gotta take you out of cleanup.
Over 6 million shavers have said goodbye to their old razors and said hello to Atra, Gillette's best shave. Micro-smooth twin blades and Atra face-hugging action combine to outshave every razor we've ever made.
Close. Very close.
Atra, Gillette's best shave.
Atra, you're in a league by yourself.
The Washington Bullets with their biggest lead of the game, 67-64. Hot Rod, they've hit 8 of 12 shots in this second half of play.
It's been a big difference in San Antonio.
Larry Keenan, thus far with 19, trying one, can't get it. Rebound, Dandridge, and again, Hot Rod, they're getting only 1 shot.
They're doing an excellent job of blocking away from the basket. Here's your 3rd quarter stats. Washington hitting 58%, and namely Greavy, the man with the ball right here.
Johnson shaking loose, and we have a foul. No, 3-second violation. Well, both teams have had that called here on the second half.
Here are your team statistics. The lead changes 3, scored tied 5 different times.
With that 3-second violation, that's 15 turnovers against the Washington Bullets. Oberding to Keenan. Larry Keenan trying to get things going, and if anybody can, he can do that. 82-75. They're really respecting Greavy now. They have Gale way outside on him now. Johnson trying to draw him out on the far side of the floor. The Big E in traffic. Rebound Keenan, and now San Antonio trying to make their move. Look at him thinking, would you, if you run into a roadblock there? And that's going to be off of San Antonio.
Keenan just overcommitted himself there as Hayes had slowed him down.
Right, you hit Hayes like that, I don't know if you have all the teeth in your head after that.
When you hit a guy like that, you just slide down the side of him.
Alvin Hayes, look at that steal attempt by Gale. He picks up the foul. The quickness of Mike Gale.
It's not a very smart play to make like that. Hayes had good control of the basketball. He's run out and grabbed him by the arm, trying to knock it out of his hands. That's 4 fouls on Gale and Dick Motta now. I think he senses that he's got this team back and moving. Mike Kupchak getting ready to come in. Look at Keenan Sky for that one. Keenan off to Silas. They're trying to keep Keenan from driving the length of the floor. Silas in trouble. And whose ball is it? Washington. Again, they overcommitted. Silas went into the air. Made a bad pass. Got to keep your feet on the floor until you know what you want to do. You're going to drive in that lane and go into the air. Be thinking of putting that shot up. Personal fouls. Reavy, Henderson, Gervin, Oberding, and Gale all with 4.
Up to Bobby Dandridge. Dandridge trying to work the pick by Unseld, and he did, but he can't get it to drop. Look at the effort, though, by Dandridge. Gonna try it again.
He and Elvin Hayes really rub off each other nicely down low. They'll set screens, they'll roll in and out. This time it was Kupchak working with Dandridge at the forward. 16 points for Dandridge. Keenan, and it's Keenan that now is providing the fireworks for San Antonio. Keenan with 23 points for the afternoon. He had 24 Friday night. 84-77. See how they're spreading it out a little bit now. Johnson trying to get those people to play him honest inside. Phil Chenier will check in next time the ball's dead for Washington.
There's that hook.
Right down low. Big West. Elvin Hayes looks on. He's seen that one many times. You let Unseld in 3 or 4 feet, he can shoot that hook with anybody.
Wes Unseld having quite a day. 86-77. West now with 20 points and a foul.
Offensive foul charging.
Again, they're not under control right now.
There's Gale with the ball. Let's see Oberding make the pass. Here's Gale without the ball, rather running right over his man. That's Oberding held the basketball out on the sideline.
That's 5 fouls on Gale. Gale will leave. George Gervin comes in, and I noticed Gervin looking at his hand when he came on. He's got his massaging the fingers. I imagine that left hand is bothering him. Mitch Kupchak, who came in to give the Big E a rest, and he wants one. Rebound, Billy Paltz. Off to Silas. Now San Antonio's been forcing the issue and not doing a very good job, getting in trouble. Let's see what they do this time. Billy Paltz kicks it out to Gervin. Into Oberding. Gervin. Silas. He walked with the ball.
They got him. They did a good job of moving the ball. Bullets dropping back in the middle to protect the drive. And then Silas tried a little jackknife move, but he traveled before he got the shot away.
You know, Silas with 9 points. He had 28 Friday. He was just taking over, but now here today, he's just not seemingly playing with the confidence he had Friday as Greg Ballard comes in. You can see Oberding, and he having already a little pushing match in there. Backdoor, Gervin broke it up. It'll be Washington's basketball.
That was just unlucky play for San Antonio. Even though they knocked it out of bounds, Gervin would have picked it up, but he ran into his teammate Silas. The ball went out of bounds.
There's Mitch Kupchak. 8:45 left in this game. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 3 people on Dandridge, and Ballard got open. He's fouled by Paltz. There had to be somebody open. 3 were on Bobby D.
Dandridge did a good job with the 3-man on him, ducking his head to get away and then making a pass. Here it is. Perfect feed right to Ballard. He juggled the ball, or he would have had himself 2 points here, but he did draw the foul from the right side, putting the layup try.
Paltz picking up his first. Personal foul, Greg Ballard at the line. Ballard had 10 points Friday night. What a fine young forward this guy is.
He'd put in a lot of time in this league if he was with any other team.
This is Washington's biggest lead of the game, 87-77. As we come now to the 8.5-minute mark of the fourth period. Silas. Now that's the shot that he just took over with in the fourth quarter Friday night.
Let him get to that free throw line again, and he got his shot.
He's in double figures now with 11 points. Chenier to Charlie Johnson. They have Ballard, Dandridge, and Unseld in there. The Big E getting a rest at this stage.
You think that's not a screen? Unseld signaling, come off of it.
There's CJ using it.
Now, the whole play was set up by Unseld. Rubbed the man right off, and that freed Charlie Johnson for the jumper.
That's power basketball. They're not trying to fool anybody.
Watch this screen here. Here's Unseld. Well, it's on a rebound play, looking for the rebound.
San Antonio with Gervin into Billy Paultz. Billy Paultz has the shot. It won't go. Dandridge brings it away. Looked like Paultz got that ball on the heel of his hand and didn't shoot it right. Here's CJ. Rebound Ballard, and I think he's fouled. He's fouled by Gervin, who kind of gave him a hip as they went up.
That's right, Gervin.
That's 5 on him. George Gervin with 5. Also with 5 is Gale.
Gervin did not have good position. Ballard had the inside track to the rebound, and Gervin should have let him have it.
13 fouls against San Antonio. Washington hasn't committed a foul in this fourth period. Ballard, good hustling effort to Dandridge. Ballard staying in the action.
Great move. Oh, that's a super rebound basket. Grabbed that ball, went back up, falling away, and banked it in.
Greg Ballard coming in and doing quite a job. San Antonio wants a timeout. Keenan doesn't see it, but they do have a timeout. So the Spurs call timeout. 7 minutes and 25 seconds left. I think he's not a fan.
You think it's not hot in here?
It's getting hotter as Washington putting it together with this lead of 91-79.
Then come on.
This thick Rise lather holds so strong, these men can't even shake it off.
I can't even throw it off. Nothing is happening.
This Rise lather holds strong to your finger, just as it holds to every whisker in your beard. Rise is thicker than the leaning foam. Rise keeps working hard, so your beard comes off easy.
This is incredible.
Rise holds so strong, your beard comes off easy.
This Olympus camera brought back photographs from around the world, but it wasn't on vacation. Olympus went into combat, where rugged reliability is a necessity. Olympus recorded disasters because it's fast and responsive. In fact, wherever you find news, you'll find gutsy Olympus cameras. They're used by United Press International worldwide, bringing the news of the world back. For the front page, you know our pictures. Now you know our name, Olympus.
Sears National Automotive Sale. Now America can save money on the best-selling steel-belted radial tire in Sears history. Get them now and save yourself $36 to $76 on a set of 4. The Sears heavy-duty shock can help save you. Help save you from some of the jolts, jars, and jerks. Help save you some money, too. America's best-selling shock on sale only $5.99 each at Sears.
Wednesday, after 10 years in retirement, can Jim West and Artemis Gordon make a comeback? Find out on the Wild Wild West Revisited, Wednesday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Here's one of the big reasons why Washington leads by 12. Unseld. Watch those fingers signaling. Come on. I got a screen for you. Charlie Johnson sees it, uses it well, right to left, goes to the free throw line and hits the jump shot. Unseld doing it all.
It's one of those situations where you know what's going to happen, but you can't do anything about it. In this game now, the Washington guards have outscored San Antonio's guards 38-25, and this is Louis Dampier. Now he can fill the hole with a basketball. And there's CJ reaching out there to commit the foul.
In the old ABA, he was the three-point man, Louis Dampier. He could hit him from way out.
He's the all-time leading ABA scorer.
But he also hit 2 key hoops in that fourth quarter that iced the 7-game series for San Antonio over Philadelphia.
Biggest lead of the game by Washington, up 12 points. Silas trying to shake Phil Chenier. He shoots out with a hand in the face and gets it.
I think I would just put a a man on him, just ride him right out to the sidelines. Never let him go to that free throw line.
Silas now with 13 points. They trap out in the backcourt. Ballard gets open. Ballard now with 5 points, and what an addition he's been in this fourth period.
He's built, boy. He's got that strong body, and if you let him get underneath, he'll get the basket.
Silas forcing it. It's not going to count. It's a charging foul. Well, there was just no question about that one. And, Rod, you get the feeling a couple of times San Antonio's lost a little of their poise right now.
Absolutely. Here's Saddle just banging his way right into 3 people. Down goes Dandridge. The shot went in, but taken away. A good team defense by the Washington Bullets.
Silas with his second foul. We have 6.5 minutes left in this. Chenier outside, just won't go. Ballard with another rebound. Double team. Rejected by Keenan, who comes up with it. Keenan looking to Silas. He's going to pull up. Got it in. He had people on the flanks, but elected to shoot.
He could have hit Silas had he made the pass a little earlier, but he elected to pass him up and just take it down and hit the shot. There's Doug Moe yelling instructions.
His team down by 10 points. Unseld. Wide open Dandridge. They're gambling, and right now Washington's taking advantage of that defense.
That was Greg Ballard again with a tip in. Boy, has he done a job for the Bullets coming off that bench.
Greg Ballard, the second-year man out of the University of Oregon. Silas, Chenier on him. Silas lost it.
Too much dribbling.
And it's going to be off of Washington.
Here's Ballard. We'll look at the last basket on Greg Ballard's tip in. Here's the missed shot by Dandridge. Watch Greg inside with a left hand go up and get the field goal in front of Kobe Dietrich.
He's 3 for 3 field goal wise and 3 rebounds. He being Greg Ballard. Dietrich can't get it to go, and a foul on Keenan, reaching in on Charlie Johnson.
They're starting to fall apart here, the San Antonio Spurs. Good position by Ballard once again. Inside, and Keenan come over the back, gets the foul.
That's what Washington has done all year. They bring people off that bench, and they would be significant. And right now, Greg Ballard exactly is filling that role. Here's Chenier off to CJ against Dietrich.
I'll tell you one thing, if Washington does win this game, they're still in trouble because San Antonio will have the home court advantage. They got what they wanted, 1 win here.
There's Keenan forcing the shot. Dandridge bringing it down. Well, San Antonio felt like the pressure was off of them after they won their first playoff series ever at the expense of Philadelphia. Chenier still trying to get that ball to go for it. Mike Green brings it out off to Silas. San Antonio picking up the pace. They're running out of time. Louis Dampier. Rebound. Keenan. He keeps it away from Charlie Johnson.
That's super effort coming over the back to get that ball.
Keenan taking it back in. Tipped in by Kobe Dietrich. Nothing really any playmaking right now, but they're getting the job done there. And look at the bench going by the Bullets.
And Washington has doubled that point total, 24-12, and that's the exact lead they have, 12 points.
It's been said of the Bullets, they just keep bringing them in waves from that bench. And we got a traveling call on Ballard, who dragged his foot before he passed the basketball.
That time he should have taken the shot. He overpassed inside. He had good position low, but elected to try and get the ball to Unseld, and he traveled. George Gervin comes back, and Ballard goes out.
Ballard goes out. The crowd loves it as Elvin Hayes comes in for him, and he gave him a slap on the wrist.
Every player on that Washington bench slapped the back of Greg Ballard.
Gervin, boy, what a tough shot that was. 22 points for the Iceman. 97-87, it's back to 10. San Antonio hasn't thrown in the towel here with 4:20 to go. Chenier, you can see him trapping outside. Dandridge, Unseld.
Beautiful feed by Bobby Dandridge. Brought the defense to him on that baseline and has shoveled it off to Unseld coming right down the middle. That's team play.
22 points for Wes Unseld, who just continues to do it all. Dietrich, who has not been hitting, he gets that one. Kobe Dietrich, I think he's really an underrated shooter. He can hit.
A spot just passed by Bobby Dandridge a moment ago. Drive at baseline, 2 men there. He says, here you go, Wes, take it on him, big fella.
Here's CJ on a baseline pass, and they do it again. Almost a repeat of the one before.
Oh, Unseld's just hanging around, picking up points. They leave him, and he just goes to the hoop.
Here's Mike Green. Green can't get it. Hit to Hayes. Up to Charlie Johnson. Johnson looks around to see where Dietrich is, and he threw it away.
Well, they're going to get that's off. I'll watch Unseld get another basket. We saw the one a moment ago. Here's Elvin Hayes. He'll shovel across court to West, and he gets the layup. One from Dandridge, this one from Hayes.
Bill Chenier was set down. Tom Henderson comes in and replaces him. Good job by Chenier, but Kevin Greavy has come to the task today. They've got good play out of CJ. The guards apparently have gotten back on track.
Well,
this Washington team.
The papers here haven't been very friendly to the Washington guards.
There's Kevin Greavy. Greavy in this game, a total of 18 points. He's on the bench now with 4 fouls. To update Unseld, he's hit 11 of 12 field goals, 11 in a row. He has 24 points and 20 rebounds. Here's Alan Bristol. Alan Bristol, fine shooter. He was a starter in the midseason for San Antonio.
You took all 11 of West's field goals and put them side by side, bring it out to the free throw line. That's about as far as they would go. He has been everything in tight.
Bristol colliding with Tom Henderson. Bristol a little under or out of control in that situation, but they're still gambling, trying to come up with a steal in the backcourt.
That's a backcourt foul, so Henderson will get 2 free throws. And we're in the penalty, 3 to make 2 for Tom Henderson.
Thus far, amazingly, Washington's committed only 1 foul in this 4th period.
An excellent position, and time suddenly an ally of the Bullets. 3:09 remaining. Doug Moe on the bench. He's done a great job with San Antonio. As I said before, he got what he wanted when he came here Friday night. If he would have won this one, just a bonus. And when you go in a situation like this in the playoffs, you open on the road, you want 1 out of those 2, and they got it Friday. And there's Billy Pultz. Wake up, Billy. Come on.
Well, Billy, I'm sure hoping that that hamstring will continue to improve as they pick up the series in San Antonio in Game 3. 104 to 91. Curvin way outside. Unseld with his 21st rebound of the game. Tom Henderson, they're going to be after him now, playing cat and mouse outside. Dandridge handling the ball. They trap him. Off to Henderson, hustling Bristol, but no advantage as Hayes will bring it out. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 2:45 to go in the game. Hayes and follow tip, Wes Unseld. Unbelievable game.
It's the best game I've ever seen Wes play. And he's just doing everything right. Nothing could go wrong for him. That tip in just squirted right in.
Biggest lead of the game prior to that shot.
Watch this tip in. Here's West getting a little bump from Kobe Dietrich. He's inside of him, though. Watch him tip this one in. Oop, there he goes and slapped it right in the basket.
Boy, for a big man, he's got great reflexes and the touch that you got to have around that basket. Henderson off to Elvin Hayes. They're just taking a little time now with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bobby Dandridge. Look at the passing. Elvin Hayes with a total of 15 points, and they are now just cutting them up pieces with their passing underneath.
Mike Green gets that one.
Green with 10 points. But it's a little bit too late now. San Antonio trailing 108 to 95. A minute 45 left. Henderson, Dampier trying to reach around, steal the basketball. CJ. Boy, what a series this is going to be, Hot Rod.
Oh, they're gonna be tough now when they go down to San Antonio.
They'll be rocking and stomping down there as Henderson misses, but Dandridge comes up with it. Who's got it now? Green trying to get it in the jump ball.
Green come out of there. Dandridge just ran away from him and said, hey, maybe we're going to jump this one up. Got a timeout. These Washington fans are very happy with the way their club has played. Wes Unseld has been the big man, no question, and I'm going to go along with you, Gary, as the MVP. Timeout. Bullets 108, San Antonio 95.
Chevrolet dedicates the new midsize Chevy Malibu wagon to all the new wagon people. People who shop in those great little stores, people who camp in the great outdoors, people with kids and people without, people who haul things inside or out, skiers and surfers and joggers and more. People who enjoy a useful rear door, people who store some nice odds and ends, people who enjoy lots of nice friends. They're coming to Chevy now. You should too. To a fresh new slice of apple pie called Chevy Malibu.
All the guys that do commercials for light beer from Miller are big stars and guys like that. Me, I'm just a humble bartender, but I drink light too. And I'll tell you why. It's less filling, it's got 1/3 less calories than a regular beer, and it tastes great.
Jerry, now that you're a big star, can I have your autograph?
Well, sure, Mr. Dangerfield.
Hey, would you like mine?
Not really.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
How about my initials?
When it comes to fighting rust, there are two types of people.
I want to do it fast.
I want to make it last.
For both, there's Rust-Oleum. Rust-Oleum's original fish oil primer goes right through rust to bare metal, so you get long-lasting protection.
It lasts.
And it comes in handy sprays, so it's easy to apply.
It's fast.
Not to mention 40 beautiful colors.
If you're going to do it fast,
you might as well make it last.
Good point.
Well, I don't think there's any question. Our producer, Bill Barnes, doesn't even have to break the vote. You and I, Hot Rod, have given the MVP to Wes Unseld. Was there any doubt about it?
Not at all. He has played almost a perfect game. He's missed a shot, I believe. Other than that, he's perfect. 12 for 13 from the line, 22 rebounds.
The people here are enjoying every minute of this game now.
Big Wes on the sidelines whenever just unrolled that tape off his left hand, said, I've done my job. I'm going to sit down.
Now, Louis Dampier trying to reach in on Tom Henderson. Well, it's a tiring game right now. You try to protect that ball, everybody chasing you around the floor. And now, with 1 minute and 13 seconds left, we'll be going out to Phoenix for the second half of our doubleheader, Game 3 between the Phoenix Suns and the Seattle Supersonics. You were there Friday night. Phoenix lost a great opportunity at the free throw line.
They sure did. Late in that game, they missed about 7 out of their last 8 free throws. That cost them the ball game. They're at home now, but down 2 games. They've got to win this afternoon, and they're going to have to win that game Tuesday night to stay in this series.
Tom Henderson now with 10 points for the afternoon, 110-95. Dietrich, Mike Green, they drop off of him, and he'll take the shot. Hayes with another rebound. Off to Henderson. The Washington Bullets are going to even this thing up at 1 each in this best of 7. It switches to San Antonio for 2. Dandridge up to CJ. Beautiful.
It'll count.
Dandridge will get the basket and a foul on Bristol, and they just literally tore that defense apart with good passing.
They have done it all here in the second half with their fine team play at both ends. They're switching on the defense. They're spotting people wide open for layups. That time it was CJ, Charlie Johnson with the pass. Dandridge got the field goal. He hits the free throw and has a three-point play.
And he has 19 points for the afternoon. 113-95, 47 seconds. So thanks to our executive producer, Chuck Milton, our producer for this game, William Barnes, and our director, Sandy Grossman, our associate producer, Rick Sharp, for a job very well done this afternoon.
Beautiful job. Some great replays, Sandy. Thank you.
Here's Dandridge off to Tom Henderson. And Henderson just got to let the air out of the ball if he can.
They're going into their big four-corner offense in pro basketball. How about that?
Dean Smith would love this, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah. By the way, I want to say hello to everybody at the Hall of Fame. I didn't see that banquet last Monday. Saw Dean there, and it was really a great show, and my thanks to them.
You bet. And so, Dandridge now with 21 points with 8 seconds left. Also a thanks to our statistician, Randy Skinner, keeping us supplied with all the facts and figures. Here is Green, and it's all over. And our Chevrolet Most Valuable Player Award is going to go to Wesley Unseld. Why? Well, he finished the game hitting 12 of 13 field goals for 26 points, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 22 rebounds, 10 of those offensively, and 2 assists. I think he earned his paycheck.
I've seen him play since he came into this league, and this is the best game I think I've ever seen Wes play. He just did a little bit of everything.
The Chevrolet 1000 scholarship will be awarded to Louisville on behalf of Wes Unseld.
Chevy's nationwide celebration is coming from May 11th to Memorial Day, so get ready, America, because you're invited to join Chevy dealers in celebrating the arrival of the first Chevy of the 80s, Chevy Citation. And see the other great Chevy cars and trucks that have made Chevrolet #1. Come on, America, get ready for Chevy's nationwide celebration, starting this Friday, May 11th at your Chevy dealers.
Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Hey, where you been? Well, it wasn't easy getting tickets for this game.
Hey, Bob.
Teddy, I know exactly what I want. I want the biggest steak you've got and a bottle of Lowenbrow.
Steak and Lowenbrow. Dolan, you're a genius.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Here's to the chef.
Here's to the bartender.
Lowenbrow.
Hardware presents Suzanne Summers.
AC's the place with the helpful hardware man. He knows you need to fix things, he shows you how you can. His price is right on everything, and he's got your favorite brand. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man. He's so helpful, yeah. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man.
115-95, the Washington Bullets have evened up this Eastern Conference Final with a victory here in the Capitol Center. This is Gary Bender speaking for Hot Rod Hundley, saying so long. Let's go to Brent Musburger.
We are just about ready now to start Game 3 here in Phoenix, and of course the Suns trail at 2-0 against Seattle. Just a short time ago, I was inside Coach John McLeod's office, and we looked at the game films together from number 2. John was not happy about how the Suns were able to handle the Sonics' pressure defense. Sometimes they would triple team Walter Davis, leaving a couple men open underneath the basket. But the Suns were unable to hit that open man, and of course, the coach of the Sonics, Lenny Wilkins, is gambling that that will not happen again here this afternoon. This is a team that is trying to become only the second club in the last 20 years to win the NBA title after losing in the final round the previous year. The Sonics have impressed everybody with the way they have played here together. They practiced a little bit on their own yesterday. Right now, let's send you back to Washington.
Well, what a performance by the Washington Bullets. The Washington Bullets that everyone is so familiar with. Their power basketball did in fact pay off this afternoon, led by Wes Unseld inside, who had 26 points. But he also got excellent help from Bobby Dandridge, who finished in this game with 21, Hayes with 15. But maybe one of the bigger stories, the fact that Dick Motta's guards have started to contribute offensively. Case in point, Kevin Greavy came in here with a terrible slump. He hit only 1 of 9 shots on Friday night, but here this afternoon, he came back to contribute 18 points to the winning cause for Washington. Henderson also came in, had 5 big assists in the third period. He finished in double figures with a total of 10 points. San Antonio, they had to work for everything they got. The physical play of Washington took away the inside stuff that they were able to use Friday, as Larry Keenan led the way with a total of 25 points. George Gervin with 22, but Gervin probably is really bruised and battered after this game, because every time he received a pass, they collapsed on him and he got jostled around. Silas dropped off in his scoring. He had 13 points. That's in contrast to 28 points that he had on Friday night in that win against Washington. Mike Green with a total of 10 points. San Antonio came out of the chute very effectively. They led after the first quarter of play by 4. They led by half, a total of 4 points. And now we are, at this point, going to be visiting with Wes Unseld to get some ideas on how he feels that game went. He's got to be happy. We're going to be switching out to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix for game number 3 as the Phoenix Suns, along with the Seattle Supersonics. Unseld will be a guest at halftime of the game coming up, as Brent Musburger and Rick Berry will be bringing you all the action. The final here, 115-95 Washington. The NBA on CBS will continue after this word from your local station.
Wednesday, it's the Johnny Cash Spring Special. Join Johnny and his guests, Waylon Jennings, Martin Mull, and June Carter Cash. The Johnny Cash Spring Special, Wednesday night at 10, 9 Central and Mountain on CBS.